What's going on, good people? Hmm. 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 Turn this down. Let's jump right on in here. What's going on, good people? Let's get one in here. David, Stephen in the building, Tyrone, what's going on? Look, I know normally I usually let the beat play for 5 or 10 minutes, but we have a very short show. I'm disappointed that I haven't really been here. But if you listen to today's show, you do know your boy Maben is in the middle of a physical and spiritual cleansing. Okay, Brendan Johnson transferred off the third shift. Hold on, let me see this. What up, Queen Lady Lachelle? Transferred off the third shift to second. Glad he kept. Okay, wait a minute. So if you're in the second shift now, transferred off third shift. Okay, so you're finished. Okay, fair enough. Well, listen, what time do you get home? Because I might hit a couple shows earlier now. Because with my change in pattern and regimen, I might have to switch my shows to a little earlier. I'm still gonna be the midnight fam. 2 to 10, okay. So at 10, either you're gonna be in your car or close to the crib. Okay, fair enough. Because I tell you, the physical body resets are not fun at all. They're necessary, but they're not fun. Okay, 20 minutes to get home. Look, I'll just be getting warmed up. Okay, so everybody in here, how many of y'all got to check out the ACC road trip? I purposely did, I didn't monetize anything, so we can play a couple of clips. We should be able to play a couple clips from the ACC road trip without getting totally blasted. Ronnie Ron in the building. What's good? Did you get a chance to catch into the ACC road trip? Tell me what y'all thought. Did it put on a good presentation for the University of Louisville? I always enjoy how you can tell that the crews that come to Louisville always appreciate the hospitality. Actually, were we the very last road trip school to get the road trip? Because they started doing highlights of all the other road trips. I think we were the last one. Got it right here. Hold on, let me get to the beginning of it. Okay, a couple of clips. We'll try to keep them under a certain amount of seconds. Present. Hold on. Do a little share. Let's see. Road trip. Hold on. Let me. Oh, Davis, where you get that from? Here you come. Davis, did you just listen? Did you just come off the top rope with that rumor? Where did we hear that at? School just started on Monday. Ross said it's not possible. Davis, quit gaslighting. Oh, where can I watch? If you have YouTube TV, you can watch it. I'll have a couple of clips of it. I mean, here we can pop it in a little bit. See if they cut us a little slack. Fair use. This is being played under fair use for review and critique.
Other quarterbacks. What do you like about him now being under center?
Well, I like that he's healthy. I think that's really, really important for Tyler Shuck. Extremely talented. He's a lot bigger than you think he is. You know, you watch him and you stand up next to him, and he's pretty physically imposing. An effortless arm, can make all the throws. I think he showed that in the spring.
Is he catching his own
and they've
football?
got weapons around him. They're deep at run for Shuck. Extremely talented. He's a lot bigger than you think he is. You know, you watch him and you stand up next to him, and he's pretty physically imposing. An effortless arm, can make all the throws. I think he showed that in the spring, and they've got weapons around him. They're deep at running back. They went through the transfer portal to solidify the offensive line, and they've got wideouts. Even with the loss of Colin Lacey due to an injury, they've got enough weapons. He's the key.
Hold on, I don't want to leave you on that face.
I really believe they are a conference championship contender.
Okay. Opening statements. What do you think about that part? Saw it floating around. Matt McGavick tweeted at the same time. Listen, I would not be offended if you wanted to get a sneak peek at the squad, if you wanted to get the road trip, you wanted to hear some other experts on the breakdown. I did like what he had to say. I really like the physically imposing part. Y'all know me. I like to have the big quarterback. I think it sends a message. And again, we talking about staying out of trouble on his interceptions. Everything else is into place. That'll be the conversation we're having about him, in my opinion. I prefer it when no one is picking him to do well. Why is that? Are you worried about the other teams getting hyped up, like making Louisville their super L's down Super Bowl? Of course, we got lovely lady Lauren in the building, keeping these YouTube streets safe. Is it because you don't like the other teams getting too hyped, or you can't stand the letdown of hype and then losing? Listen, I've had hype teams and win. I've had teams that weren't expected to do anything and win. Had hype teams and lose. I guess I've seen so much of it that I'm kind of unfazed by the hype train. Or I'd rather look, they're going around with that one. I don't know. Listen, I don't know. Because technically, you can still drop classes and enroll in the first week. Because I went into some of my classes at Louisville in that first week and on the first day, and I'm like, this ain't gonna work. So you might have the first week and a half to add and drop classes. And we have a crazy good academics team over there. I don't know. They might be able to do something. He might have saw that injury. He might have saw that injury and applied for a waiver, an emergency waiver. I got to get back to Louisville. If he applied for emergency waiver to get back to Louisville. Boy, there is a man at Kentucky that would make sure that didn't happen. I'd be watching out for Mitch Barnhart if I was Amari Huggins Bruce. No, David, fifth in the ACC is not saying trash. Fifth in the ACC is saying you have the talent, but there's something you don't trust. It's either the running back room or the quarterback. That's what fifth in the ACC preseason ranking tells you, in my opinion. Yeah, but again, you're at 26. Look, I know we've said it a lot. You lost 2 drafted running backs. You don't trust your boy all the way from Miami. You don't trust Maurice Turner all the way because they haven't solidified the spot. Chaney, you know, once they lock the spot, it'll give the media something to hold on to. Right now, the only thing they can hold on to, like in the big picture macro way of, is probably just Quincy Riley and Ashton Gelati. And maybe, you look around, you might be like Chris Bell or something. That those are the guys that like wear the Louisville carrying the torch. Yeah, it can be. It can be if, listen, later on in the show, Herzlich couldn't wait to bring up Ja'Cory Brooks. So like I said, it's not, I won't argue with you all the way with that. Let's hit him.
If Tyler Shuck's leading the train.
Mark, is there a player that you're looking forward to seeing in person today at practice?
Yeah, I really want to see TJ Quinn. I mean, he's a guy who really had a standout year last year, led the team in tackles, and he's coming back, and he's ready to take a leadership role at the linebacker spot. I mean, that's one area we're talking a lot about the defensive line. We're talking a lot about the secondary. No one's talking about the linebackers, and TJ Quinn could make people around the ACC talk about him in particular. He could be that good of a backer, so I'm excited to see him on the field today.
Ooh, a lot of people are saying, they think it's a bigger upgrade on the line. Ooh, that could be a thing. Sneaky deep in the ACC. Yeah, listen, actually, you could say that. National media saying anybody, if you have the anybody can beat anybody on any given night reputation, they usually use that to say the whole league is subpar. So it's up to the ACC to beat the Big Ten and SEC in the opportunities they get. Clemson could send a message early. 3, yep, searching for his third conference championship in a row, or conference championship appearance in a row, for sure. Red State in the building. What's good? Red State. Okay, since you're in here, Red State, you can hit the queue. Listen, Facebook, come on over to the YouTube channel Made for the Ville. Twitch, come on over to the YouTube channel Made for the Ville. And Twitter, come on over to the YouTube channel. It is Made for the Ville. MADE space FOR space THE space VILLE. Made for the Ville. I might even hit the link for y'all. I might even post the link for y'all. For Red State, let them have it. Facebook, we got to shut this feed down in 3, 2, 1. Bang. Save changes. Twitch, I got to shut you down in 3, 2, 1. Bang. And Twitter, come on over and join us at Made for the Ville on the YouTube channel. 3, 2, 1. Bang. I know it's so much easier. To watch when you're scrolling Twitter. I do know that, because I do the same thing. Let me jump over here to Facebook real quick. Give me 10 seconds, y'all. Boom, boom, boom. Post, let's go. Okay. Let me come through the comment. Receiving core Brooks, Bell, HV, Lacey when healthy. Listen, if he's eyeballing Louisville, it's cause he knows Lacey's out. TJ Caper's also a sophomore. Defensive dominance this year. I think we ended the season. Yeah, that's a fact. Like nobody can argue with that. That was that was kind of a dud ending the last year. And when you're dealing with a lot of these, I don't want to say national media, but a lot of these legacy medias, they're looking for a reason. They're never they don't want dark horses in football. They don't want any kind of dark horse. They don't want any new team to be in the inner city or inner society or the inner room, all that good stuff. Listen, Anthony, we're hearing the teasing gossip. Yeah, Brad. Like I said, I'm in the fast. I'm in the middle of the fast, so no cocktails. No, I haven't eaten since Sunday night. I haven't eaten one crumb of food since Sunday night. We got to purify the body. We got to purify. Listen, we got to get my energy to my football season, my basketball, my Louisville sports season energy has to be right. So I had to fast out. Oh, we're on it. We're on it, Steve. Right. Do it. Look, right at the front gate. The alley and everything. DJ in the building, Steve in the building, Chris Carter in the building, Brad, Red State. Sorry, y'all. I missed everybody. I didn't do it right. Let me see. Let's bring it back on here. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what we got up next. Where are we going with it?
Tell you the guy I'm looking forward to is Ja'Cory Brooks. The incoming transfer from Alabama. And not just because he's been as advertised, that's the word around the water cooler here, but now he can also play in the slot, and they're going to need him to. Because that was Colin Lacey's spot. So you're going to move Ja'Cory Brooks around the way that Jeff Brohm at Purdue moved David Bell around. So you're going to have to break the huddle and figure out where is Ja'Cory Brooks lined up because his role just increased.
Well, we're just getting started. A lot to dive.
Ja'Cory Brooks. I mean, that is Alabama. That is a guy that made plays. Like I said, he just, if he opens up with a couple confident games, his top side could be crazy. I think after the NBA Summer League Olympics. Ready for some football? That's fair. That's fair. There's nobody that can argue with you on that one at all. Ooh, yeah. I don't see him just benching him, but I don't think it won't be like a last year come hell or high water. I think he would have a much, much, much quicker hook. I mean, like I said, not an instant hook, but a much quicker hook. Even if it just meant getting a couple reps in. And also remember, those guys, like in a best case scenario, you're gonna get a good blowout against Austin Peay, and you're gonna get at least 2 other quarterbacks some good reps out there. If you're able to do that, ironically, that might shorten Tyler Shutt's leash a little bit, I guess, in the big picture. Maybe he should keep it close for a little while. Hold on. CH, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? We just in here catching up real quick on a short show night. Let's see what we got. What we got here? Let me open up the page. Y'all, come on. I'm just working on my sharpness.
Into you mentioned Colin Lacey's injury. We'll get into that, but let's look at the schedule because, as you mentioned, it is not
a
priority. But I think in general, we always want to build.
Full head coach Jeff Brohm. Coach, you've been very vocal about how the depth this year, you believe this season is better than last year. When you assessed at the end of last season, how much of that was a priority for your staff?
Well, it was a priority, but I think in general, we always want to build depth and become a better football team. So I do think that without question on defense, we've got quite a bit of depth at a lot of positions, and it shows up every day in practice. So I'm excited to watch those guys play. And I think on offense, definitely the O-line.
First things first. First things first. He went straight to depth. That means, listen, one of my things I always worry about with here, if you don't have depth, you can't practice violently. You know, look, always say it. If you don't have a Colin Lacey happen to your team, you're either like 1 in a million lucky, or you've been practicing like you're supposed to, especially something like broken collarbone. That's saying you feel like you have enough depth to really get it in practice, to really ramp up the competition level. So you're not like protecting all of your, your star players. And it didn't happen till the last scrimmage. So that means you got full spring contact for the majority of the time. So that's a good thing to hear about.
We felt like we improved there as far as depth. We had an injury here, too, and there, but tight end we improved as far as depth. And I just think it's important that you have those guys. You continue to develop them. You get all those guys on the field that you can, but it's important to have as many as you can, then go out there and play.
You guys last year exceeded a lot of expectations that maybe were outside. I'm sure there were the expectations inside that weren't met. But when you look at your coaches, and Coach English in particular, the other day after practice, he said, "Look, us as coaches want to get better. We want."
Dwayne, what's good? Robert in the building, what's good? One of the backups, playlist and getting hurt. So there's that. I'm excited about Pierce Clausen from day one. Yeah, listen. Everybody sees the potential, the upside, and all that. Get our star safety, and we got our star safety back. Hold on, let me go right.
Want to improve. What were some of the things that you guys as coaches looked at this offseason where, hey, this is where we can help the team maybe get an extra win or two?
Well, I do think when you talk defense, we played really good for a good stretch of games, and it was good to see. And we had some different things that we hadn't done before, and quite frankly, they all worked. But at the end, we got exposed a little bit. Our pass coverage and pass defense wasn't what it needs to be. So we really studied that and tried to identify all the things we screwed up as coaches and get better at it, which I think we have to this degree. I'm excited to watch those guys go out there and do some of the new wrinkles that we have. On offense, we got to become more explosive. I thought we did run the ball well. I thought we did control the clock quite a bit. I thought we did limit the possession for our defense to allow them to play well. And when we didn't turn over, we were really good. I just think
more explosive. When we didn't turn it over, we were really good. Picking up more on the defensive passing, the coverage game. Christian Fernandez. This is the road trip, ACC road trip. I'm assuming we were the last team actually for the ACC road trip. Hold on. What's the deal with the guys here? Listen, that was his. Even back in college, that was his trademark hairstyle. Lauren trying out fantasy. She gonna pick up all Louisville players too, guaranteed. And why are we talking about safeties and linebackers? Well, he did. That was one of the first places he said we got better at. We stepped up our coverage. Oh, let's get this back over here.
At the end of the year, when we had to score, we had some turnovers that hurt us. All those little things add up, but we got to continue to be able to be effective and explosive in the passing game.
this game has become so much more than just about X's and O's now. You've got the transfer portal, and you got name, image, and likeness. And you mentioned bringing in some snaps, in the offensive line. You've improved at tight end. But how important is it as the head coach when you guys are in that market to say, hey, listen, we got to improve our team, but if it ain't all about ball, we don't want them. And it's a hard line to walk, right? Because you want to get better, but you don't want to just lay down and cater. What's the philosophy for you guys in that regard?
Listen, I think these guys did a great job. The commentators, I think they did a great job. But my man, listen. Far be it for me to say don't ask the questions, because I know you're supposed to ask the questions, but I don't like these questions. I mean, you want to know his whole game plan on how he decides on what kind of NIL he wants to work with, or you want to know his recruit philosophy. I'm like, damn, you all in my business, player. Yeah, listen. No, look, I'm gonna fast forward. Appreciate it, Jordan. That salute, good sir. Appreciate it. Listen, I'm gonna go to one other thing. I'm gonna play his response, but I'm also gonna go to another time where he asked a question, and I'm like, hold on. Like, now I'm like, who are you working for? At some point, I'm like, are you the feds? Okay, with the Fed question.
Well, that's a great point. I think for us, we like to gain experience, and we like to gain guys that sometimes just have 1 year left. I'm perfectly fine with it. I prefer it that way, because a lot of times those guys, they're coming here with a purpose, a mission. Hey, I want to go out to bang my last year. I want to improve my stock. I want to try to get to the league. And they mean business, and they've done a really good job for us. And that's whether they come from a big program or an FCS program or you name it, but they come in here with a purpose, and that's really paid off for us. So we'll always explore any year they are, but when they're older and they played some football, but they want to go out with a bang and improve themselves against great competition, we normally bring them in. They do a really good job for us.
Can you give me just a couple examples of some of those older guys this year, this transfer class, that have really brought that leadership to your team?
Well, we brought in so many. It took a while, but without question, I think our corner position.
Start off with the corner.
Thornton and Taz from Illinois, and another corner from North Carolina that's been really effective.
Adult corner
Safety, and T-Mac from Tennessee that gives us great experience. We brought in two linebackers that have played a lot of football. We brought in multiple D linemen. Quite a few.
That's what you wanted to hear.
A lot of really good players.
Cornerbacks, safeties, linebackers.
And we brought in some experience on the offensive line. Mendoza from Yale. We brought in a center from Northern Illinois. That's Pete Nagar. That's been outstanding for us. Multiple tight ends. A running back. So I just think, if we think they can help us and they can help us win and get on the field, and we like that they just have 1 year and they're hungry, we want to bring them in if we got room. And I just think to this point, we like the mix and the mesh that we have. We're looking forward to watching those guys compete.
Coach, we spoke about this a little bit in Charlotte. One name we haven't mentioned yet is Tyler Shuck. When you saw him in the portal and watched him on film.
Okay. So the first names you heard, defensive backs, linebackers, safeties. What'd you think about that? Secondary could be nasty. Yes. I bet the highest level of competition in the entire practice was the cornerbacks and safeties room. I bet you that's probably, with the people they brought in, probably the most aggressive group at all. Probably where they see the biggest improvement at. Oh, I think he did say that, though. Inception was a documentary they did on the history. Hold on. No, I'm going to show you a documentary. Hold on. Just sit tight. Secondary could be nasty for sure. And like I said, and the depth. Hold on. Let's get right back to it. Hold on. Boom.
What did you like about his game? He said this could be a good fit for our team.
Well, Tyler's done an outstanding job for us to this point. Really hard worker. Once again, seventh-year quarterback. Has a ton of experience. He's been through the ups and downs. He's handled adversity. He knows how to, read defenses. And even though we have a vast offense, he knows some things as well that have helped us along the way. So I thought
that was important too. He knows some things that have helped us out along the way. If Tyler Shuck, a 7th-year quarterback, says, hey, this is a couple things we did at Oregon. There's a couple things we did at Texas Tech. This is, I can read this a certain way to become more explosive. That's not a bad addition to your locker room. And for Coach Brohm to admit, he enlightened us to a couple of things. That's the benefit to having a 7th-year guy in there. We'll get back to it. Boom.
I think it's been a really good marriage. He's hungry. He's out to prove that he can stay healthy. He wants to throw the football and spread it around, but we expect him to play very well. And I think if we, do a good job around him, he could play extremely well, and he can lead us.
Do a good job around him.
Coach, we appreciate the time. Thanks for the hospitality. It's been great.
Thanks for coming out, guys.
Absolutely. Speaking about Tyler.
Oh. Okay. Does he sound happy? Does he sound concerned? What did he sound most excited about to y'all? Tyler, the defense, the defensive backfield. Which part caught your attention? And to get right. You get young bucks in there. You get the right ones with the right mentality. They grow up fast. And sometimes it's like I don't want to say ignorance, but sometimes you don't know what you don't know. And you can put those kind of players in there that have a superstar mentality. And those are the guys that really, really break through. I mean, look, don't be that guy who says, I'm already worried about keeping them for next year if the young guys play good, right? Because there's always that. You always end up going to, well, I don't know if we're going to be able to keep them. God, that one drives me crazy. I'm always like, hold on. Here we go. I'm going to show you guys. Hold on. Okay, here it is. Okay, hold on. Hold on, my man coming here. He starts going, oh, look. Okay. Now what I'm going to show you made me extraordinary. Cashmere in the building. What's good? No, I had the early start. You must not got it on notification though. Shame on you. Listen. This is the clip that made me incredibly uncomfortable. Maybe, right, never late. Yeah, maybe it's the secret athlete in me, or maybe I'm just get off my lawn. But back in my day, this conversation would have never aired on the ACC network before you play any teams. It just made me look. Yes, it's simple, but it's not. Don't take anything for granted. You never underestimate what the other team knows or doesn't know. I don't like it.
You're in right now. You're a plus 45 going towards the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about what you're in here.
Yeah, we're in a 3-by-1 set with the tight end off of the ball.
Just listen to the verbiage.
So we can give the defense multiple looks here. He can go to the flat. We can have some split zone off of it. He can insert.
Whoa.
But really, we're on this side.
Towards the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about what you're in here.
Yeah, we're in a 3-by-1 set with the tight end off of the ball. So we can give the defense multiple looks here. He can go to the flat. We can have some split zone off of it. He can insert. We can run counter. But really, we're on this side of the field. We got an advantage down, first or second down. We're going to try and take a shot if we can. So really, we got a 7-man protection going up. So we're going to lock the tackles and the guards. So we're going to play fake, insert zones. So the tight end's going to insert for that will backer. The line's going to point to the mic.
You're doing too
give
much.
a play fake, try and sell that zone. And then after the tight end and the running back, if his man doesn't come, the running back's game, then he's going to leak out.
Oh, man. You're telling too much.
Outside, we're going to have choice routes. So we're either going to kind of run a go. If he doesn't think he's going to win, he can shut it down. Okay. And same thing here in the slot with Colin Lacey. He's going
to come over here, right?
Yeah, he's going to run a read route or a basic, dig, whatever you want to call it in your offense. And he can also take the middle versus cover too. So pre-snap, I'm looking at indicators. Is it man zone, 1 high, 2 high, For me, I've seen
So what do you see here? Because
seen a
this is
lot
a
of-
little inverted safety here, and the guy just off the hash.
no doubt. Thinking, they're starting to lean a little bit. Maybe you think quarters pre-snap, but they're starting to come down. So it's looking like zone, looking like cover 3 buzz, where they're going to insert that tight end.
So you think he's going to come down, he's going to go up,
Yes,
and
sir.
be in a 3 look?
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
that safety's going to buzz down over the tight end. So right here in this shot situation, I'm kind of looking for the tightest corner. Where can I, feel like one of my receivers can go over the top and I can go give him a chance to make a play.
So when you say tight, closest to the line of scrimmage,
Yes, sir.
least amount of cushion.
No doubt.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Tightest corner. In this scenario, sometimes we have different rules for different plays. So for me, I'm going to try and take a 3.
Bro. Time out, player. Time out. Time out. Hold on. Hold on. I like shop talk too, but I don't need my shop talk and my options. And if I'm reading, 2 feet together, I'm reading you lean in. I'm looking for the guy closest to my receiver. I'm looking for this guy. I'm looking for the first linebacker. We feel here. Whoa. Hold on. I don't know about that. That might be for some local talk. Damn. I thought I was the snitch. Man. Just tell it all. Tendencies and everything.
3-step drop, keep the safety in the middle of the field, and then go let Chris make a play.
Closest to the line of scrimmage.
Yes, sir.
Least amount of cushion.
No doubt.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Tightest corner. In this scenario, sometimes we have different rules for different plays. So for me, I'm going to try and take a 3-step drop, keep the safety in the middle of the field, and then go let Chris make a play.
All right, so I'm going to play it here for just a second, then I'm going to pause it now. Initially, when this play was set, and you mentioned it's a 7-man protection, but it could have looked like a 5. It could have been a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Just explain it all.
It ends up being 7. So you're max protected here.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not worried about any blitz alerts. You're not worried about somebody unblocked coming. You're taken care of, right?
Yeah, no doubt. Unless it's cover 0 and I know I have to get it out, then we can get to a different play. But with this protection, you're feeling good and you're really trying to see what the DBs are doing.
So you're right there. The safety, he goes to deep third.
Mm-hmm.
He inverts down to where the tight end is, as you mentioned right here.
Mm-hmm.
The crossing route's going to come here, right?
Yes, sir.
You've got up here, that's the choice route. Now, as I play this, I want to point something out down here. How important and why is it that this target here gets an outside release?
It's crucial just because we're trying to keep him away from that safety. If we're telling him he wants to run to win, when we have this call on, sometimes he has to have an MOR where he has a mandatory outside release.
What's good?
In this specific play, we want them to run to win, but we're going to try and get on the outside, and he does a great job of attacking his leverage and then using a swim move to get outside of him where, a DB is in press bail technique. They're thinking I got a deep third. A lot of times, maybe they're not going to go deep on it. So if they're kind of flat-footed or not getting back as much, you can still get that deep shot on them. And Chris does a good job of that, playing with speed.
So now if I rewind this a little bit, and let's just say this receiver makes an error and he busts and he goes inside. So now he draws the attention of what? The safety, right?
Yes.
So where does your look now take you?
As soon as that happens, I'm going to probably go to that basic route, the slot, over on that crossing or the dig route. And if that, that boundary will backs up into that, then I'm going to dump it down to the tight end or check down. So it's pretty simple. You're alerting your shot if you got it, and then you're going to go right back down the stem.
So that's a good job. This guy basically dictates the entire play.
No doubt.
By his release.
No doubt.
He went outside. That the safety can't get over the top. You're one-on-one. You feel good.
Mm-hmm.
If he screws up and he goes inside, you've got the crosser right here. And the play ends up working out perfectly. You've got one-on-one, no safety to help over the top, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So it's my job to hold him with my eyes, and I tell the receivers, whenever we have these kind of plays called, you got to be running with your full head on fire and knowing that.
Oh, man. Goodness gracious. Just giving away the playbook. Just give away the tendencies. Just be the last one to give everybody all the. Listen, I know that stuff is basic, but you never underestimate what the guy on the other sideline knows and and doesn't know and what advantage could be given away. And I know we had the spring game on TV. I still don't like hearing what they talked about. I know. I don't like that. Good thing I ain't the coach. Good thing I ain't a player. You know what? I'm going to call my NFL son and ask him to look at that video and ask him, was he doing too much? Or was the guy asking too many questions? I like staying my NFL son. Y'all know that. Cut me some slack. I thought that was too much. You won't see that. You won't see that play for the rest of the year. Yeah, he's either gonna cuss Tyler out and scrap or scrap the play. He might do both. He might scratch it. You're right. Listen. And now Chris gonna get mad at him for explaining the play. He gonna be like, man, now I'm never gonna be able to get outside. They never gonna let me outside now. You just made Chris Bell's routes, his outside routes, that much harder. That means every time the closest corner is there, they gonna damn near stand outside. They gonna stand on the sideline. It'll show up in late November. It ain't got no choice because now even gave it away. Look, Jordan. Cheers, Jordan. Listen, this won't be your cheers. I appreciate you supporting the channel. Here's the thing. I owe you a cheers. Technically. If I do a show tomorrow night, I'll be cutting the fast by about 2 hours. I'd probably be cutting the fast by about 2 hours if I do a show tomorrow night. Maybe y'all can get me drunk. See what it's like with no food in my system and just a little evening capper. Let's see if I can handle that. Oh, that would be terrible, wouldn't it? We'll do a lighthearted cheers for the time being, and I'll definitely see y'all either Wednesday night or Thursday. I definitely think he was doing too much on the explanation. You got Sprite, fair enough. Yeah, I guess everybody got to work. Everybody got stuff to do tomorrow. But yeah, that was ACC road trip. They the only other thing, not only, they talked to Quincy, they talked to Ashton. I think they talked to Chris. Chris Bell's was pretty good. Chris Bell's was kind of funny. Watch him. Yeah, take a second, hit the like button, please. Chris Bell's interview was pretty funny. I don't want to step on ACC network, all of this stuff. I might not fall into the fair use anymore. People, enjoy it. I'm gonna finish my fast. I've been doing a great job. I will see y'all soon. I'm feeling so much better already. Enjoy it.